What is up, Heat 'em Up gang? It's your boy Heat 'em Up Trey back with another video. Now, today we're going to get into Trey Lance. Could start soon. Rams are overhyped. NFL Network's Greg was saying we're watching the Rich Eisen show. The good man Rich Eisen. Been watching him for a long time since, I'm watching him for basically a very, very long time. A long time since I was like a kid type, Because, I always used to wake up, watch Total Access and all that. And then before game day, I used to watch Sunday game day morning and all that. He was always on the show moderating it. So I've always been a fan of Rich Eisen and just the show itself. And then, just because I love football. You hear me? I love football. So when you love football, you watch football things. So I grew up basically watching him and Michael Irvin and all of them, Dion, everybody that was on that show. I grew up watching. You hear me? So we're going to get into it and see what he has to say about Trey Lance. Could start soon. The Rams are overhyped. I heard some things. I saw some things on Twitter when I was basically as far as the Rams and Matthew Stafford. I remember I made my one video about Matthew Stafford coming to the Niners, and then that next day he signed to the Rams. I'm like, wow, we didn't pull the trigger. But turns out the Rams just wanted to pull it a little bit faster because they saw, I think it's because they just saw that Kyle Shanahan was already in the loops, I believe. I'm not 100% sure, but all I know is that Kyle Shanahan was in Malibu or Cabo, he was somewhere, and yeah. But here's what I saw on Twitter. This Stafford story is a reminder that Kyle Shanahan has been mentally done with Jimmy Garoppolo since January. That is true. Because if you go back to the interview when he drafted Trey Lance, he had already started watching Trey Lance since January. So this statement right here that Graham_SFN Brad is true. The Stafford story is a reminder that Kyle Shanahan has been mentally done with Jimmy Garoppolo since January. Because if you go back to the interview after the draft, he said, I've been watching Trey Lance since January. Trey Lance has a real opportunity to be the week 1 starter for the 49ers. I'm going to believe that is also true. Now, Denver needs a quarterback. Who else needs a quarterback? All I know right now is that Denver needs a quarterback. Denver needs a quarterback. And yeah, so if we want to make something happen, Trey Lance, I'm going to give it till training camp. If Trey Lance really impresses at training camp, then yeah, he's going to be week 1. Because, it can be a Russell Wilson type thing, Even though Russell Wilson didn't really have any combat quarterback in his rookie year. But, he kind of just went on the scene and just took over that job. You hear me? He just took it over. And he was a third round. The only difference is he was a third round pick. He wasn't a first round pick, top 3. He was a third round pick. So, it kind of... Hey, and what did I say in my first video of making Trey Lance? He reminds me of Russell Wilson. Reminds me of Russell Wilson. So, hey, I'm all for Trey Lance starting week 1. I'm all for it. Do I feel like it'll be better if he sits? Yes, but if he shows that he's better, or at least already somewhat about to be better, like how it was for Emory Jones when he came in, yeah, I'm a freshman. Yeah, the senior is good and all. Yeah, the 2 backups that thought they were going to start were decent. But y'all are just not Emory Jones. So I got to play the younger guy because he's going to be able to develop more. Come on now. It's not that hard. But we're going to get into what he has to say. So let's just get right into it.
I think more than likely Mac Jones plays sooner than later. I think they're giving Cam Newton every chance that he possibly has. But I don't necessarily think you look at all these pickups that they had in free agency and just slot them in for 10 or 11 wins. It is a passing league, and it's great to have 2 tight ends, and it's great they're going to play some hurry-up offense. Yeah. I think at the end of the year you saw them play very fast a year ago with Cam Newton. I think that's the type of offense they want to run, whether it's Newton or Mac Jones. And they added a ton of talent on defense, and Dante Hightower returning is massive. Yet, I don't see them as a top 5 roster. I don't see them as a top 10 roster. You're counting on the coaching to make up for a huge difference. And I think we saw last year what coaching can do. I think they were a 3 or 4.
I don't care about the Patriots.
What do you think Justin Fields starts? We had Matt Nagy on the week after the draft, and, he's like, I was there when I watched Mahomes sit for the entire, first season with the exception of the final regular season game because there was Alex Smith, and that's the plan that we have for Justin Fields.
Who was starting over Justin Fields, though? That's my honest question. Like, who do y'all have there? Let me see who they got there again. Was it Nick Foles? I don't know. I mean, Chicago Bears. Like, y'all not really known for quarterback play. Like, come on now. Oh, y'all gonna still play Mitchell Trubisky or something like that. Like, come on now. Let's be real now. Let's be real. Andy Dalton and Nick Foles. Andy Dalton's never been in your system. At least Alex Smith was already in the Chiefs system. Nick Foles, I mean, it's Nick Foles. But y'all can't keep saying y'all can't keep trying to compare everything to this Patrick Mahomes situation, bro. It is a unique. He was in a unique situation. It's like more like how Trey Lance is right now with Jimmy G. That's the only two that can really compare for real. If we're being completely honest, stop trying. This is what I hate about the NFL. It's such a copycat league. Oh, they did this and it worked, so we should try it too. No, that worked for them because they were in a position to where they could do that. Y'all are not in that same position to where y'all could do that. Y'all need to start Justin Fields right now. Chicago, y'all literally have nothing but a defense. Y'all have an offense, but y'all have no quarterback. Y'all have some decent receivers, but y'all have no quarterback. Y'all draft a quarterback, now y'all want to sit him. That's not the thing. That's not the movie. That's not how you're supposed to go. But, I mean, that's not really my problem, though. If y'all want to sit Justin Fields and all that, go ahead, be my guest. Y'all not my problem. The Niners are my problem, so I'm going to stop really worrying about the Chicago Bears.
Behind Andy Dalton, I even pushed back to basically say, I don't know if you're going to have the latitude to be able to pull that one off.
Thank you.
And he kind of even admitted that he might not. But that's still the plan as we're sitting here the Tuesday after July 4th. What do you think about Justin Fields, Greg Rosenthal?
Starting. Yeah, I remember breaking down those quotes from your show on our show.
Perfect.
And I remember, like, he added the caveat, essentially, you know, things can change. Like, that's our plan, but things can change. And one of those things that can change is Justin Fields looking much better than Andy Dalton in the preseason and training camp, and there's a lot of reasons to believe that could happen. You look at the week 1 matchup against the Rams, you know, on Sunday Night Football. Just as a football fan, I'm hoping Fields gets out there for that game, but it wouldn't shock me if they give Dalton the obligatory 1 or 2 weeks to start, and especially that first week is a tough ask, and then we see Fields in there because, yes.
If you fold the first week or just don't play good enough, Justin Fields, you're in there. I'm trying to tell you this right now. Even preseason, probably. Preseason, all Justin Fields got to do is just show up, bro. Just show up and show out, bro. Literally.
Mahomes sat for a year. They were scoring 30 points a game in Kansas City. They were one of the highest scoring offenses in the league. There's no way that Andy Dalton Bears are going to be one of the highest scoring offenses in the league.
Definitely.
What about Trey Lance? What do you think his rookie season looks like? Do you see maybe him out wide, maybe next to Jimmy G, or he's just way too valuable a future quarterback in this league to throw him out there like that, and he'll just be a clipboard holder for as long as they want to stick with Jimmy G? What do you think?
Most of these guys, I feel like it's up to them. Like, it's Trey Lance's job essentially to win in camp. They spend this off season evaluating and teaching, and you know how it is. But it's go time once you're about 3 or 4 days into camp. And if he is as good as they think he is, I think he'll be starting as soon as week 1. I mean, if he is a little more accurate than he was in college, the amount of talent on that roster is breathtaking. To me, they are one of the favorites. I'm kind of surprised when I saw right now the Rams are number 2 NFC favorite. If you're just kind of going by what's in the desert and everything, and to me, I don't see the Rams as being particularly better this year. There's a lot of reasons to think they'll decline outside of the quarterback position, and the 49ers and the Seahawks in that division is just so loaded. We've seen Kyle Shanahan with a similar type of quarterback in RG3 light up the league as a rookie.
No,
and I don't really see
Trey
any.
Lance has an R, but it could actually he loves the pocket. He's already RG3. The difference between RG3 and Trey Lance has already got an under the pocket, under the center type of vibe to him already. Like as far as play action and all that. Kyle Shanahan had to implement the pistol just to get RG3 to really develop a little bit. Like, you don't have to. Kyle Shanahan doesn't have to do any of that with Trey Lance. Like, he's pretty much already like comfortable in each area under the center, shotgun, pistol, either. He's good. You hear me? So he doesn't really have to do none of that.
So, why he would be afraid to play Trey Lance as long as he has a good argument.
All right, I'll push back on the Rams thing, Greg, because there was ever since that that Monday nighter where the Rams and the Chiefs killed defense, right? Supposedly,
yeah.
And then the Super Bowl was played and there was only one touchdown scored. The Rams offense hasn't been the same since then, and they seem to have been missing as a gear. And no matter how beautiful a ball that Jared Goff can throw, it just seemed that there was just a certain gear that was missing.
It is cold. There we go. Goodness gracious. It was cold.
On that, and it might have been Gurley not being as healthy as we were all hoping for. It could have been that, but the fact that they do have a running game that Stafford's never had. The receiving core is you could say the same, if not maybe better. Why don't you like the Rams to improve this year?
Because I don't think the defense is going to stay at the same level. Generally, defenses that good don't stay at the same level. It's much easier to have a great, consistent offense. So that's one area. You think about who they lost in the secondary. They're going to miss Josh Johnson. They're going to miss Troy Hill. They're going to miss 3 defensive coaches. It wasn't just Brandon Staley. It was Aubrey Pleasant. It was the coordinator who's now in Green Bay, Barry. And you look at their roster, and it's an ultimate stars and scrubs roster. How bad can your defense be when you have Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey? It's not like they're going to be bad, but there are a lot of positions where they're average or below average, and they are counting on their ability to develop. And they've done a good job with that over the years, but they have lost so much in terms of their coaching staff. They didn't add anything to their offensive line. I just think you're really counting on a big upgrade from going from Goff, who at times was a good quarterback.
Hey. They did get a big upgrade, though, from Goff to Stafford. Stafford, I ain't going to hold you that. He's still an elite quarterback. He's an elite quarterback. Wayne, I had to get on you. I'm sorry. I had to get on you. Just saying the word elite just brought me back to, the most weirdest thing you ever said yesterday on Twitter, bro. Wayne. My man, Wayne Breezy, my guy. I know he didn't mean he's an elite quarterback, but it's you just said, hold on, where's it at? It's right here. 49ers rookie QB Trey Lance talks about Jimmy Garoppolo. The 49ers have their QB1 now and their QB1 of the future. I'll say this for the last time. When Jimmy is healthy, he is in that elite QB conversation. Now, it just baffled me. I'm not saying that you called him elite or anything, because we all know he's not elite. But I say it's just the fact that you put Jimmy and the word elite in the same conversation. You don't do that. You don't do that, my guy. You don't do that. What in the world did Jimmy G do in 2019? I said, yeah, he's an elite quarterback. Please tell me. I honestly want to know. I honestly do. I mean, it was outside of New Orleans game, and what other games did he really flourish? Oh, Cardinals game. That it wasn't really just the defense helping, the run game, the Kyle Shanahan play calls. Outside of that, what was it? Because in the playoffs, it pretty much proved Jimmy G didn't do anything to really get us anywhere. He didn't do anything Green Bay game. He didn't do anything Vikings game. He didn't do anything. I mean, he was playing good in the Super Bowl until literally probably the last quarter. The first 2 quarters, Jimmy G, I ain't gonna hold you. He was playing decent. He was playing how he was supposed to play. But the great ones, the elite ones, they stay consistent. You hear me? So I mean, they're just he missed the game-winning touchdown by a mile. But I told myself I'm gonna get over that. I told myself I'm gonna just stop talking about it. So I'm gonna just stop talking about it. and just get back to it. But yeah, elite, come on out, come on out.
Certainly was not last year. To a top 10 type of quarterback in Stafford, but not a top 5 guy, not one of the best quarterbacks in the league. And you're in a loaded division. And I think if you just look at the roster, like 1 through 10, the Rams stack up against anyone, but they're not as thin. They've been very lucky in terms of injuries over the last couple of years. One of the least injured teams in the league. And I just feel like there's a lot of reasons to believe like they're going to battle to win 10 or 11 games. That NFC West is going to just be a bloodbath.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.
All right. So that's going to do it. I heard a lot of good things. I heard a lot of, well, I should have heard, a lot of things that I expected to hear as far as Trey Lance started week 1. Because like I said, when I first started watching him, my first video, I remember I literally said, oh my gosh, he reminds me of Russell Wilson, like as far as throwing motion, just how he like did the handoff and then like way he went into his motion and threw it. I'm like, wow, that reminds me of Russell Wilson. And then just now realizing, wow, Russell Wilson was a 3rd-round pick, and he pretty much started right out the gate because he was just that much better than his competition in training camp. Started in minicamp. It always starts in minicamp, and then it just leads its way up to training camp. Just all you gotta do is prove yourself to be better, or just show that you're already kind of better than how your current quarterback that's on the roster already's been playing. So I mean, Trey Lance, is literally your job to lose. I mean, it's Jimmy G's job to lose, but Trey Lance is also is really just your job to really just win. Like, come on now, you just gotta show up and show out. Literally, like that is the word of the day. Show up and show out, bro. Like literally, that's all you have to do is just show up and show out, and you'll literally everything will take care of the rest. Like you'll be week 1 starter. And then, yeah, so that's really pretty much the thing. So as far as Jimmy G, hey, Denver, I will advise you to start calling now and some more stuff. So please start calling. I'm running out of shit to say. So let me get on to this next video that we're reacting to. I think my next video is going to be N'Keal Harry. I'm hearing a lot of things about him. I'm going to get into why we shouldn't really draft him. So I'm going to get into that next. Probably not next in the next video, like this very next video, but I'm going to eventually make my way back to it. Because I'm not really taking the N'Keal Harry, like, news serious. Like, I'm not taking it serious enough to really post about it. I'm like, yeah, it's going to be good for views and all, but N'Keal Harry, there's a lot of reasons why I'm saying no. A lot of reasons why you think I would say yes, but I'm going to really just go with no. So, I mean, that's going to do it for the video. Make sure y'all like, share, comment, subscribe. Follow the socials above. They're literally the same. I'm on TikTok now with that username. And I'm on Instagram and Twitter. So follow all 3 of those. Subscribe to the channel. Like the video. Share the video.